Hi, Teresa. We're going to talk about volleys. A volley is defined as a shot you hit out of the air. It's not the same as a rally. Oftentimes, I will hear somebody say, "Ooh, good volley." And what they're really talking about is a rally back and forth. So it helps to know that there's a difference between a rally and a volley. A volley is a shot you hit before the ball lands. This section up here is called the non-volley zone. So you want to be aware of that right from the outset. You cannot step in here and hit a volley. That's a violation. So if you're going to hit the ball out of the air, you must remain behind this line at all times, directly prior to, during, and immediately after the act of volleying. So not only can you not be standing in here when you hit a volley, you also can't hit a volley and then have your momentum carry you into this zone. That's very important to remember. Now, don't be afraid of standing up at that line. Often, newer players are afraid of standing too close because they're worried about stepping in and creating a fault. So they'll back off a little too far and think that that's the solution. Really, what we want to learn is just how to hold our balance, using that athletic posture, and being able to control that ball out of the air while still maintaining your position behind that line. So what you and I are going to do is do some forehand and backhand volleys. If it's on your right side, it's a forehand. If it's on your left side, it's a backhand. Let me mirror that for you. So your right side would be a forehand, your left side would be a backhand. And we'll just try to control this ball back and forth. I'm going to volley it to you, you volley it back to me. Now don't worry if you make a mistake. That's bound to happen. As a newer player, you just need experience and repetition to become more consistent and gain control. Let's give it a go. Are you ready? So yes, I like that stance. The knees are slightly bent. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Sometimes maybe slightly wider, but be careful of getting too wide at times because then you're not mobile. We do want to maintain some ability to move when necessary. But yep, slight hinge of the hips. You just look ready to me. Here we go. Now that's okay. It's a pretty good volley. Came back here. Let's see if you can give it a little bit more extra firmness and push that ball back to me. Ready? Again. There you go. Good. Hey, that's it. Well done. Now I made it easy on you. I hit them all to your forehand. I would encourage you after you hit one, rather than staying there, expecting it to come right back to that same spot, recover to your starting position, which is your ready position. So you have a ready posture. And now I'm going to feed your backhand for a little bit. In a real point, you don't know where the next ball is going to come. That's why it's really important to reset back to your starting position, your ready position. You never know where that next ball is going to be. So I'll give you some backhands this time. Ready? Oh, pretty good. I gave you a difficult ball right there. That's a good job on the volley. And honestly, pretty good body control to get there. You maintain good balance, which is really key. Now, your grip, keep your grip right where it is. See how you have your finger up there? That's a style preference. A lot of newer players may do that, or they may slide their hand down on the handle like that. There are multiple different grip options. We've talked about this before in previous lessons where you might have a more backhand dominant grip with the heel of your hand and the knuckle on the flat side of the paddle up here, or your position is more on what we call the Eastern forehand position with the heel of the hand and the knuckle on the flat part of the handle here. Now, a lot of players are going to be in between those two rather than being on top like this or on the side like this. They'll be in between in what's called that Continental grip. That's the way I like to start players out most often, but that is not the only grip position that is a viable position when you're hitting volleys or when you're up at that non-volley zone. Just know that you have a style preference and that's okay. With that grip position, you may at times be tempted to flip the paddle rather than hitting a traditional backhand like this, you may flip that under and hit what we call a Belgian backhand. It's like a reverse forehand. So on your right side, you're probably going to be comfortable right here with this grip, hitting that forehand. You may turn it here and do a forehand or I should say, a reverse forehand, which is a Belgian backhand. It's not wrong, it's a style preference. So if that's your preference, that's okay. And as a newer player, if that's your style preference, understand that it's not wrong. It's just different. I tend to start my players with just the traditional Continental grip. So you have a more traditional forehand and a traditional backhand. But if you're not in that mold of being completely traditional, you have to understand that's okay. There are strengths and weaknesses each way. Let's try one more rally. And rather than just feeding your forehand or just the backhand, I'll alternate. I'll start forehand and then I'll go backhand. Ready? Here we go. Good. That's it. Maintain balance. Hey, there's that Belgian backhand. That's not bad. It's a reverse forehand. It can be a beneficial play. Now, I'm not encouraging everybody to do that necessarily. It's a style preference. Try one more rally. I'll feed it at random. Or I should say, I'll return this at random. I'll still feed it to your forehand, but you don't know where that next ball is going to be. So it's really important you have that ready posture. And after you hit one shot, you recover back to that ready position. Now, I'm not going to hit it super hard. I'm not trying to win this rally against you, but I do want to challenge you a little bit. Try to stay ready. See if you can control that ball. We are developing consistency and control over this ball. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Don't forget to recover back into position after you hit a ball. Hey, pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Now, if you find yourself getting crowded or over leaning at times, that's kind of to be expected. You know, you're still learning. You're learning the timing of these shots and how to hold your body posture and hold your balance. It's going to take a little time to develop. But one of the best things you can practice is hit against another player. You'll be surprised how quickly you can get consistent and learn to control this ball, even just 5 minutes a day. If you can find a training partner who's willing to just hit you some volleys back and forth, your skills are going to improve very quickly. And as you become a stronger player, you're going to learn to win points using a lot of volleys. We talked about non-volley zone play, and one of the benefits of dinking is to set yourself up for volleys. This is where you want to look to maybe gain an advantage over the opponent. If you can get more volleys, you can hit that ball downward towards their feet. It's to your advantage. So very well done. Continue to practice and you're just going to get better and better. For more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to Selkirk TV.